Alright guys, so welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all hanging in there right now for Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see Bitcoin right now is having a pretty decent pump back up at $29,000. As I'm filming this video right now, you guys clearly see Bitcoin is currently pumping up to the upside. So since Bitcoin is pumping right now, okay, going back up to 29k, will we actually see soon, okay, Bitcoin pump back up to $30,000? Because we know if I actually go to the daily time frame here, we haven't really seen a Bitcoin pump back up to 30k for quite some time, right? But of course, a couple of days ago with that fake news, okay, we actually did see Bitcoin pretty much pump at 30k, okay, and then of course, it did in fact have a retest back down to the downside because it pumped because of fake news. We know that, right? But on that, okay, our last time we actually seen Bitcoin at $30,000 or even above $30,000 or holding at 30k was pretty much in August, right? So around mid-August, that was pretty much our last time seeing Bitcoin at 30k. Okay, and ever since then, okay, Bitcoin dropped below $30,000. So it's been, a few weeks, it's been a few months since we have seen Bitcoin at $30,000. So since Bitcoin right now is pumping up to the upside, okay, you guys clearly see it's holding at 29,200. Will we see Bitcoin soon pump back up to $30,000? So that's exactly what I want to talk about for today's video. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I would really appreciate that as always. And let's begin with today's video. So right now, since Bitcoin is pumping, everything else is pumping. Altcoins are pumping as well. And that's obviously amazing to see. You guys clearly see the global crypto market cap is now at 1.11 trillion. Okay, so that's gone slightly up to the upside, which is great to see as always. And overall, the market today is up 2.8%, almost 3%. So that's amazing to see. You guys clearly see for the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is pumping over 3%, Ethereum is pumping over 2%. And, like I said, a fair few altcoins aren't in fact pumping. Look at XRP, right? Look at Solana, 9%. Okay, and look at other altcoins that are in fact pumping, 3%, 4%, 5%. So today is overall for the crypto markets looking pretty good, right? The market's up pretty much almost 3%. So it's moving, right? The market seems like it's gaining more momentum today, which is, always, great to see. So there is in fact, of course, a fair few Bitcoin charts that I want to show you guys for today's video, indicating that we could potentially see a Bitcoin pump from here. Now, if you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, right, you should definitely check it out. I pretty much talk about why, it's all ups from here for Bitcoin. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. But I really do believe soon enough, we might actually see Bitcoin reach $30,000 back up at 30k. And who knows, it could continue to go up from there to $31,000 and of course 32 and upwards. We will see. But since Bitcoin is pumping right now, this is not going to be the first time we have seen this. Okay, it's pumped many times and then it'll just, have another retest, back down to the downside. We might actually potentially see that for Bitcoin, but we will see, in the next few hours, potentially in the next few days, tomorrow, we will see where Bitcoin will be holding. But soon enough, okay, if we don't see Bitcoin reach back up to 30k right now, it's going to happen very, very soon, guys. Okay, it really, really is. So like I said, there is in fact a fair few charts that I want to show you guys for Bitcoin, but I really want to show you guys this. So shout out to Altcoin Daily. Okay, this is the Bitcoin Spot ETF approval dates. So we know the SEC has a fair few deadlines coming up, okay, for a lot of these, Bitcoin Spot ETFs. And this is the updated version, right? So we know the SEC has declined a fair few Bitcoin Spot ETF recently. Okay, we know that, but you guys clearly see there are in fact some other Bitcoin Spot ETFs that are in fact coming up, the approval dates, right? And the big one is obviously BlackRock, right? So you guys clearly see there is in fact, the first deadline, the second deadline, the third deadline, and of course the final deadline. And I told you guys many times, one of these, Bitcoin Spot ETFs will get approved by the SEC. And understand, when one gets approved, the rest will get approved, guys. And I know for a fact, eventually, all of them are going to get approved. Okay, it's pretty much not if, guys, it's pretty much when. right? So just remember that eventually, okay, Gary Gensler has no option here but to approve these Bitcoin spot ETF, right? So it seems like all eyes are in fact in the SEC and of course Gary Gensler. But eventually, guys, we're gonna see one Bitcoin spot ETF get approved, and the rest will pretty much get approved as well. So there is in fact a fair few deadlines coming up. The second deadlines for this month, actually in November, and 2024, right? Early 2024, January. There are in fact some for February. Okay, even March. Right, so we'll see, but soon enough, I really do believe maybe towards the end of this year in 2023, or most likely next year, okay, early next year in 2024, we're gonna see a Bitcoin spot ETF get approved, and once one gets approved, like I said, the rest is gonna get approved, and we're gonna see Bitcoin absolutely pumping. Okay, so be ready for that. Now let's get to these Bitcoin charts for everyone out there. Okay, this is for you guys, for all the people out there that's watching this video right now that were in fact saying we're gonna see Bitcoin, go back down to 20k or even below 20k. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are in fact saying, Bitcoin's gonna go back down to its previous bottom, which was around $15,000. Okay, that's where we saw Bitcoin last November in 2022. Okay, went all the way down to around 15k, and that was in fact Bitcoin's bottom. And then we saw throughout 2023, Bitcoin was in fact pumping. So yeah, a fair few people were in fact saying Bitcoin's going to drop back down to its previous bottom, which was 15k, even lower, 12k to even 10k. Think again. Okay, think again. It's all up from here for Bitcoin. Now I know I made a fair few videos saying to you guys that yeah, we might potentially see Bitcoin reach 20k or even below 20k, but I told you guys that that is very, very unlikely to happen. It's pretty much all ups from here, guys. Understand, when we see Bitcoin during a bear market reach a bottom and we see it recover back up to the upside, we don't actually see Bitcoin go back down to its previous bottom in that same bear market, right? That has never pretty much happened in Bitcoin history. So understand, we're not going to see Bitcoin go back down $15,000 and even lower than that, create a new low, right? Just like what this chart is showing. Okay, so understand, guys, this is not going to happen. Very obviously, very, very unlikely to happen. Like, what can actually cause Bitcoin to drop this much? Why? What can cause Bitcoin to drop more than 40% or even 50% down to, back down to its previous bottom and lower, right? What can cause Bitcoin to drop that much? Nothing at this point. We know the halving is obviously right around the corner, and I'll obviously talk more about that. There is in fact a chart I want to show you guys. So the halving is about to happen soon, potentially next year, April, right? So April 2024 is going to be the halving, and we know every single time we have the halving, this is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most, and that is literally right around the corner. It's literally a couple months away. Is literally right around the corner. So what can potentially cause Bitcoin to drop this much, right, in a short amount of time? Let me know, guys, because I'll actually love to know. So understand, it's all ups from here for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, and speaking about the halving, okay, we know it's about to happen. So April, okay, our fourth halving for Bitcoin is about to happen, potentially in April, most likely. So get ready. This is obviously the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. So obviously every 4 years, the reward for Bitcoin and whatnot gets cut in half pretty much. Okay, the Bitcoin miners rewards gets cut in half. So this happens pretty much every 4 years. We know that, and you guys clearly see every single time we have the halving for Bitcoin, this is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most and the real bull run begins, right? You guys clearly see in our most previous halving event for Bitcoin back in 2020, okay, our third one, we saw Bitcoin have the halving and then it absolutely pumped up to the upside. The same exact thing is going to happen for next year in 2024 and of course throughout 2025. So be excited for that. I've been telling us many times, we should be very, very bullish right now for Bitcoin. The future is looking bright for Bitcoin, and soon enough, this bear market that we have currently been in for the longest time, this is literally one of the longest, if not the longest bear market that we have been in, right? It's been like almost 2 years, literally almost 2 years, coming up to 2 years now. Okay, so it's been a very, very long time, and soon enough, this bear market's gonna end. Okay, next year in 2024, we're gonna be in a bull market, potentially, most likely. Okay, of course, and then 2025, of course, will be in a bull market as well. So be ready, guys. Okay, be ready for that. So understand the halving. is right around the corner, guys. Okay, this is the time right now to buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin right now while Bitcoin is still below $30,000. And who knows, we might actually see Bitcoin, pump back up to 30K very, very soon. So don't miss this opportunity. Even if we see Bitcoin pump back up to 30K, let's just say tomorrow, right, or in the next few hours, buy. It's still so cheap to buy Bitcoin even at $30,000, right? It really, really is, guys. So there's no difference, okay? Understand that. So yes, the next bull run is about to happen for Bitcoin. What we saw in 2016, okay, it's going to happen for 2023. Okay, very, very similar patterns here. Very similar. You guys can see a double bottom. And you guys can see we did in fact see another double bottom right now currently. Okay, and we're going to see Bitcoin pump, right? So be ready, guys, because Bitcoin is in fact about to have the next bull run. Okay, so be ready for that. Now, yes, long term, where will we see Bitcoin? Well, let's start with short term, right? Where will we see Bitcoin in the next few months? So I've been telling you guys this many times. Towards the end of this year in 2023 or early next year in 2024, I do in fact see at least a 50K Bitcoin. Okay, I do. So the pre-halving, we might potentially see Bitcoin at $45,000 to even 50K, just as I predicted. Now the cycle peak, right? $200,000 or even $250,000 is possible for Bitcoin. Okay, and a lot of people are in fact making price predictions for Bitcoin. Where will we see Bitcoin, in the next bull market, right? Where will its peak be? So we know Bitcoin's previous all-time highs was around 69K, close to 70K. Didn't quite hit it yet, right? We didn't quite see Bitcoin, touch 70K, but it was around 69K, close to 70. And where will Bitcoin's new, all-time high will be, right? Where will Bitcoin's next, bull market peak? Where will we see Bitcoin? Well, I've been telling you guys many times. Personally, I do see Bitcoin easily surpassing 100K, 6 figs, going up to 150, going up to 200K, right? And yeah, we might potentially see Bitcoin reach over 200K, potentially. We will see, guys, but that's all I'm going to say. I don't really know. No one actually really knows where Bitcoin's going to be heading, but understand Bitcoin's going to easily reach up to 100K, to 150, to even 200K. I think that is very, very possible for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin surpasses 200K, that's going to be even better. And I hope it does, right? Because that's going to be amazing for all of us that are in fact holding Bitcoin, of course. So be ready, guys. Bitcoin holders that's watching this video right now, be excited for Bitcoin. The bull run is about to happen. We are in fact about to enter the next bull cycle, the next bull market. So be ready for that. Okay, be pumped. Now to end off this video, just give you guys a quick little update on the Bitcoin monthly returns, since Bitcoin is pumping up right now, and of course the crypto market in general. So Bitcoin so far this month, we know October is a great month for Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin's month, and you guys clearly see it's Bitcoin's month, because usually in the month of October we actually see Bitcoin perform pretty well in just October, even November, which is next month. But let's talk about this month. What's happening with Bitcoin right now? It's up 6%, over 6%, 6.3% pretty much, right? So far, Bitcoin is holding pretty strong. It's performing pretty well so far, okay? And yes, we are in fact about to enter, November, but we still have a couple weeks left, right? So we will see, okay? But so far, this month, Bitcoin has been performing decently. It's been holding pretty well. And soon enough, who knows, we might potentially see Bitcoin pump back up to $30,000. Who knows when, but we will see. But on that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't not yet already. That is always appreciated. And I catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.